Okay, so today we're in grade 7 and we are going to be modeling and solving one variable, two-step equations and inequalities, well, equations, using some algebra tiles and this algebra worksheet. So what this is essentially you have the middle is an equal sign. This is positive as well as this, and these are considered negative, as you'll see in a second. So we'll work two problems today. So we will work 3x plus 7 equals 16 and 12x minus 6 equals negative 18. So a two-step equation with one variable is basically where it takes two steps. So we're going to eventually subtract 7 from both sides and then divide by 3. Two steps. All right. So first thing we're going to have to do is build the equation. So these are x. So we have 3 x's. These are 1 each. So, and these are 1 times 5. So you essentially have 3x plus 7. And then the other side was 16. So like I said, the bottom is positive. So we have 16. So first step is that we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. So the way we do that is we put 7 in the negative column on both sides. Change that. So what that does, this essentially equals 0. So we can take all that off. We're left with 3x on the one side. And then we can remove that there. And we can actually break this 5 up into 5 individual pieces, which allows us to remove that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can also remove 1 from each. So now we're essentially left with 3x equals 9. Now, to solve, actually turn these sideways. We'll break this one down into 5 equal pieces. And we can actually divide it up into each x to give us our answer. So if we were to just look at across the line, we have 1x equals 3. So 2x essentially would equal 6, and 3x equals 9, which is our original equation. So we can actually just remove these, and you're left with 3x equals 3. Or excuse me, 1x equals 3. Alright, so for our other equation, we had 12x minus 6 equals negative 18. So we'll build that really quick. We have 5, 10, 11, 12, and then we had minus 6 and negative 18. So I have these two here, so I'll put them there. So what we would do first is we're going to add 6 to both sides, just like we would procedurally. And we are able to remove these because that equals 0. Remove this because that equals 0. Or excuse me, because that ends up equaling negative 12 because we added 6 to negative 18. And now we're left with 12x equals 12. So just like before, we can basically put these right next to each other. Now these aren't going to be exact because 1x doesn't necessarily equal 1 because x is a variable, so it can change. And we would want to point that out to our students. But essentially, 1, 1, 1, they each equal 1, so we can actually just remove all these. Maybe. There. And you are left with x equals 1. And that is how you would use algebra tiles to solve one variable, two-step equations.